The NBA All-Star break has arrived, and heading into the final stretch of the season, I wanted to review some of the biggest All-Stars currently in the NBA, along with the biggest title threats in late February. Anyway, let's begin. If your team is in the Eastern Atlantic Conference, you better watch out. The Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie and Durant were the only things keeping this conference close together. And well, you know what happened there. Now the Atlantic is split, and only two can fit in the front row seat, the powerhouse Celtics and 76ers. The Celtics are no doubt the heavy title favorites. They currently hold one of the most complete teams, and last season they powered their way into the NBA Finals. A large part of that run was because of the elite wing duo that held Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the two leading scorers on the team. But even though Steph and the Warriors are out of the picture, it's still not a clear road ahead. Boston will likely have to face the 76ers sometime in the playoffs. Speaking of the Sixers, last season, Philly made the blockbuster trade for James Harden. The beard would immediately change the Sixers' offense, scoring an average of 20 points per game. This addition at shooting guard also helped improve Philly's big man, Joel Embiid. As of recently, he has completely turned his gameplay around to become an MVP finalist. The Southeast is probably the worst conference right now. I mean, the best team in the conference, the Heat, are in a position to get whacked in the first round, and you can't really blame it on them. Despite having big man Bam Adebayo and strong defender Jimmy Butler, injuries have burdened this team from a 1 seed last year to a play-in team now. Anyway, despite failure in the South, some more popular franchise players include Trae Young in Atlanta, LaMelo Ball in Charlotte, Bradley Beal in DC, and rookie Paolo Banchero in Orlando. Throughout the history of the NBA, the Midwestern teams have had their chance to shine. The Pistons in the 80s, Bulls in the 90s, Pacers in the 2000s, and Cavs in the 2010s. But in this decade, the Milwaukee Bucks will take the crown. This is largely because of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who has revolutionized the team. Coming into his 10th season, Giannis has already become a two-time MVP and NBA Finals winner. And as the most popular bulldozing man in the East, the Greek Freak is only gonna get better in the prime of his career. Let's head into the Western Conference, where the Denver Nuggets are currently the 1 seed. And no need to go into depth, there's no way Denver would be in this position without the Joker. Nikola Jokic, the big man out of Serbia, is a two-time reigning MVP about to get his third. Jokic earned his 5th NBA All-Star game with ease and has definitely gained separation in the Northwest. But some other teams still sticking with Denver include Damian Lillard in Portland, along with Towns and Edwards in Minnesota. The Western Pacific probably has the best lineup in 2022. As the standings currently are, the worst team in the Pacific are the LA Lakers, who have Anthony Davis and captain of the West, LeBron James. With James coming off breaking the scoring record and a recent trade for D'Angelo Russell, you could almost guarantee the Lakers a playoff spot. Some more teams include the Warriors, the reigning title winners with Steph Curry, the Clippers with veteran superstars Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and the Kings, one of the most surprising teams this year about to break their 20-year playoff drought. Finally, the newest and biggest threat in the league are the Phoenix Suns, who recently made a blockbuster trade for Kevin Durant. KD will add a new mid-range scoring ability to Phoenix's already strong offense with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. After this trade, Phoenix went from the play-in game to title favorites. To add on to Brooklyn losing Kevin Durant at the deadline, the Nets also lost another crucial part to their lineup, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is one of the greatest ball handlers of all time, and the Mavericks traded for him just before the deadline. Irving's going to share his talent with another superstar, Luka Doncic. Speaking of Luka, he's been averaging 30 points per game while only 23 years old. If the duo Kyrie and Luka keep on playing well and the Mavs don't mandate COVID vaccines, Dallas will have a chance at a ring. Also, some more threats include a healthy Zion leading the Pelicans and Ja Morant leading the Grizzlies. All 4 of these players from the Southwest made the NBA All-Star Game as starters. This year's trade deadline just ended, and there was a lot of chaos to unravel. Of course, we will see how things shape out in the playoffs, but for now we can only assume that the winners at the deadline were the Suns and Mavs. There's no doubt a team can make a trade for Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving without title aspirations on their mind, but time is definitely ticking. However, the loser at the deadline is definitely Brooklyn. The trio never worked out on the Nets, so Brooklyn better start preparing for a full-on rebuild.